Hello, it's Forexample trading. The date is Monday the 16th of July and it's just gone 5:30 GMT, 17:30 GMT. Today has been a very tricky day and I completely understand why. A lot of the events that happened last week are having a very obvious effect on what's happening this week. So it's made Monday a more tricky day than it usually is, and Mondays can be very tricky anyway because the markets are settling into the week. So it's been a bit up and down, but nevertheless we ended up doing okay. And I'm just going to go through the reasons why, and there's some tips here that you should really take on board if you're a new trader. There's a couple of things you can do just to make sure that you're keeping an eye on really what's having an effect on the rest of the markets. And one of the easiest ways is having the dollar index open, the Dixie, as it's commonly known, which is what you can see here. Now, this dollar index basically dictates, if you're watching this, then it really dictates what everything else, what happens with everything else, particularly gold. By my own admittance, one of my early signals today, which was a gold trade, you see there was plenty of signals going out, but one of the earlier signals for me that there was that one there, by my own admittance, was a mistake. You know, I shouldn't have placed it. It was too early on a Monday. Ultimately, gold did end up moving into a stronger position, but it was too early to place it, and we lost some money on that. But I'll show you how the rest of the results panned out. But what I'm going to do first of all is just go through the different charts. Now, if you did see my video yesterday, I'm not sure whether you did, but I did a video yesterday which was emphasising the fact that the pound should be declining in value today, and it did exactly that, but it didn't do it straight away, which made things a bit confusing because when the London market or Europe opened, the pound started moving into a stronger position against the US dollar and other counterparts, and I think that's because Trump was in Russia meeting Putin today, and I think that had a big effect on what happened today. Remember that Donald Trump wants the dollar to be weaker. You know, he's pushing the dollar to be weaker, and that's so that international trade is more attractive to people that are looking for it. In that, you know, so other countries are looking for trade from the US. The weaker the dollar is, the more attractive that trade's going to be to other countries. So Trump is desperately trying to push the value of the dollar down. He's trying to keep it as low as possible, and that does two things. It keeps the economy happy because they're spending less money, but it also keeps interest from other companies in trade, or you know, import and export from the US. And it's a bit of a devious thing to do, really, because you want to keep your own economy strong, and doing that means that your currency should be getting stronger as well. So, cut a long story short, the point is that we see here when we go through these that the Dixie here is in a very strong position here. So I'm expecting it to be dropping away. I'm expecting it to be going down this chart, not up. And today, as I'll show you on a 15-minute chart, it's just been rising. Yeah, it's been getting stronger and stronger. It did drop away slightly. We did capitalise on that bit, but it's just started to strengthen again. And this line you see here is really the break point between where it's trying to push back down, yeah, back into this area here, and that's where Trump wants it. But at the moment, it's just sitting above it, and that's caused a bit of confusion in the markets, and it makes it a bit more difficult for us to trade. So to go through what we did today, you can see here, indicated by the green arrows, where the pound moved to. And I said yesterday, if you did see my video, that the pound would get weaker. It did indeed do that, but it didn't do it before getting stronger, which you can see here. So it did start to rise, and now throughout the afternoon it's been getting stronger. Same story with the euro. You can see here it did get stronger early on, but then sure enough it got weaker. Same with the Canadian dollar here. You can see initially on a 15-minute chart, I'll change this to, there we go, look how strong the Canadian dollar became against the pound, but not before the pound took off. Yeah, so it was just a case of being patient today. This one still on the move. You can see, look how strong that yen has become against the pound, but again not before it sort of accelerated away. This one here against the Aussie dollar, there you can see again the pound getting stronger, but now the Aussie dollar really taking over. Same story with the the pound and the Swiss franc. There we go. Look at that. Incredible movement. So, you know, huge opportunity on all of these pairings. As I predicted yesterday, this one is still in a good position. So if you do want a trade to be looking at right now, then this one is still in a very overbought position on the 1 day chart, which you can see here, still very high. So there is still room to capitalise on this. I've changed to an hourly chart. Look how high that is still. So I think this this Kiwi dollar, there's still an opportunity to capitalise on this, and I think it will push away back towards this green line, which I predicted earlier. So there's still an opportunity to be had on that one. And then we move on to the euro against the Kiwi. This one just starting to move away now, and I predicted that would happen earlier as well. And the euro Aussie dollar as well, and that is a good opportunity. It's just getting to a point where it should start accelerating away now, so still good opportunities to be had. Just to reiterate, there was a lot of Chinese data out this morning. We then had a couple of euro trade balance and so on, trade balance, Italian trade balance, and then these US events when New York opened, and that did cause the dollar to weaken, but only momentarily, and then it started to strengthen again. So it has been a tricky day, but we've still done okay. I'm just going to run you through my results. So these were the trades I placed today, and you can see they started off pretty poorly. So that gold trades, which lost me a fair bit of money. Then I had GBP JPY, which obviously I was just explaining. I thought the pound was going to get weaker. Initially it got stronger. Same with the GBP Swiss. Again, I thought it was going to get weaker. It didn't. And then we went into a run where I was actually looking at other pairs altogether, but we did start to get some success from those that you can see. So we still ended up in a fair bit of profit, and I hope for better things tomorrow. You know, we've got last week with regards to the UK politics out of the way, Trump's visit to the UK and the meeting with Putin yesterday. So it should, hopefully, fingers crossed, mean for more settled markets, and we should be able to capitalise tomorrow. Top tip for tomorrow, I think the US dollar will be getting weaker. It's sat in such a strong position today that I can't see it sitting there for much longer. So a gold trade would be good. If you make a trade on gold against the US dollar tomorrow as a buy trade, then you're going to be in a good position there. In fact, this is gold behind me, as you can see, and I'll just show you where it is now on a daily chart. There we go. So look how far it's pushed on this daily chart. In fact, we should be able to see it clearer on here. I'll just show you very quickly. There we go. So look, this is where I predicted it to go today. All right, and you can see where it's ended up. So if this pushes down as far as here on a daily chart, you'll see just how extreme that is. Look at that. We haven't seen positions like that since the middle of last year. Yeah, so my prediction for tomorrow is that the US dollar will weaken. It's been very strong today, and if you want a top trade tomorrow, then gold against the US dollar as a buy. So yeah, a buy trade on the gold versus the US dollar, I think it's going to be a very good shout for tomorrow. Okay, listen, if you do want to join us, all the links are in the description below. You can join our trading arena free of charge, and that will get you used to what's going on in there. Plenty of signals going through there today. There won't be tomorrow. The next free signals I will send out will be on Wednesday. And if you do want to join us, we're still offering 3 months for £249. That includes a course, it includes the signals channel, it includes the exclusive trading arena, it includes any one-on-one contact with myself as well, and any live broadcasts that I'll be doing, including interactive webinars, which we will have coming very soon. Whatever you're doing, have a good evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow.